Welcome, everybody, to the Cash on Cash Returns podcast. It is 2025, and we are launching our very first episode. I'm here with the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the wealth builder, the real estate investor, the credit guy, everything that you need to know when it comes to how to make money, how to find money. That's the difference with this podcast from any other financial podcast you're going to listen to this year. This one will tell you how to find money and the different ways to get it, no matter where you are on your journey. Mr. Mark Big Sam, that's what they
Hey,
call
hey,
him in the
hey.
streets, y'all. Big Sam himself.
Yes.
Welcome. We are so excited with you. Share a little bit about yourself, Mark. Let the people know who you are and how you got started on your wealth journey.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes, my name's Mark Samuels. They call me Sam. I've got 6 kids, 9 grandchildren. I am a Marine, as you see, USMC. I've been in 2 combat zones. And again, for me, at this particular point in my life, I'm all about giving back. And I like to give back, meaning I've been in the real estate game here for about 20 some odd years. And let's just say it's been pretty good for me and my family. I teach on a national scale. And I'm basically, you'll see me giving seminars for like a Flip or Flop, students from Flip or Flop, the TV show. I've done seminars for members of Damon John's Shark Tank. And over the years, I've just, built a lot of knowledge in reference to buying real estate, selling real estate, but also wholesaling. I like to teach people how to, basically get credit and what they should be doing when it comes down to starting their businesses. So again, I have a whole lot of knowledge. Don't want to be all over the place, but one of the main things I like to teach people is, again, how to obtain monies and also wholesaling. When it comes down to wholesaling, it doesn't require a lot of money. But at the same time, it's always good to have money available if you decide to flip the property. So I like to jump right into it at some point in time and give you guys just a visual of how I would wholesale a property. So it's a step-by-step process on how to physically do it. On my podcast, eventually I will have the ability for people to apply for monies also, anywhere from $10 to $100,000 at 0% interest. Again, $10 to $100,000 at 0% interest. I like to also talk to you guys about grants, low interest loans, subsidies. So I kind of mix it up and just show, how I've gone about creating my wealth over the years. And to say that you can't do this means that you can't if you say that. But you got to be motivated. You got to, have it in your heart that this stuff actually works. And if you go out and do it, it will work. So who cares if you remember this also? Who cares if you have good credit if you're broke?
Ooh, that's a good one. Who cares if you have good credit if you're broke? Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Did you hear that? Who cares if you have good credit if you are broke? And getting the 0% interest, you basically what he's saying to you guys is you got to keep listening to all the episodes that are going to come, because this podcast is not only going to share a wealth of information and a wealth of knowledge, but it's going to give you the opportunity to get there. And that's why I'm so excited that this is releasing and we're working on this, because you're giving people action items. You're giving them not only the words and the step-by-step plan and the playbook, so to speak, on how to do it. You're also giving them the platform and the opportunity to say, hey, this is how we're going to do it together. And you're walking
Right.
them through it. And I think that's
Right.
really important when you say you're giving back to the community, because people will give back, but they'll just give back, just talking and you just listen and that's it. But where do I go? How do I do it? And where do I start? And for you to be able to give that opportunity to people is awesome. You talk a lot about money. Of course, so you guys, this episode, as you can see, is called How to Find Money in 2025. That's what we're working on. That's our goal for this year. And I know from one of your taglines is you talk a lot about cheap money. And that's a term a lot of people don't hear often. I never heard of cheap money. So, what is cheap money?
Well, cheap money is going to be things that are outside the norm of just, walking in and getting a high interest rate loan. When you want to start a business, of course, you want the lowest payments possible. And what I do is I try to engage and teach people and show them that there are other ways to obtain monies besides just going and walking into a bank and, applying for a loan. And when I say cheap money, such as grants, well, what is a grant? Grant is typically something that you don't have to repay. And most people have no idea. They've heard the term grant, but they have no idea on where to get this when it comes down to real estate and business. So I like to basically get involved when it comes down to teaching people where to go to get these grants and how to obtain them. Again, when it comes down to real estate and even in business, there's certain different areas and certain organizations through the local areas that you can go to obtain this. So, those people that are going to be in this on this journey with me, I'm going to give them so much information. It's like information overload to a degree, but I'll also be there for the long run. I'll be there for you to answer those questions that you may have when it comes down to applying. Also, I like to talk to people about lines of credit, that 0% money that you can get through these banks. And a lot of people don't know that, if you have somewhat decent credit, well, hey, we can actually get these 0% lines of credit. We can also get these checks. There's certain checks that you can get through your banks that are at 0% that can help you out. Now, we do know, or a lot of us know, that some of these 0% offers are going to be for at least 12 to 18 months or even 12 to 24 months. But again, how do we get that 0% money? And I like to discuss that here, with you guys. Grants, loans, and subsidies. Well, a grant is used to solve problems. Subsidies would be just like, renting to a Section 8 tenant that gets subsidies. Um, and then again, low interest loans are out there also through the, certain organizations that are, again, for those of my advanced students, I'm going to plug you with these different organizations. Some of my advanced students, I'd also like to plug you with how to get those 0% lines, the organizations that you will apply to. And for some of my advanced students, I'd also like to get you guys involved with not just the lines of credit, not just the grants, but again, the know-how of how to physically go after this money. So I fully expect my students to do this too. So there will be homework. There's going to be things that you're going to need to do and report back to me. So I know that we are advancing. This is not just, I'm not just on here just to talk. I'm on here to create success stories. And if you're trying to be successful, if you follow what I'm asking you to do, you'll not only obtain the money, we should be able to hopefully get your business going. Because, when it comes down to a business, there's certain kind of businesses that you may have, for whether it's an LLC, S corporation, C corp. There's several different types of business structures to form, but you also need power team members. I won't be your only team member. Keep that in mind. I don't know it all. I know a lot, but I don't know it all. So I'm going to require some of you advanced students to go out and get that power team put together, first and foremost, to get started with your business, because that power team is going to be the people that are going to guide you in special areas that you're going to need, such as, again, forming your LLC, such as maybe, you're going to need people to help you with rehabbing the house if you decide to do that. So again, a lot of information that I'm going to throw at you. But if you do become an advanced student, I'll be there for you every step of the way. That's for sure.
Now, what are the levels to even get to an advanced student? How can someone who's listening determine if they're a beginner, intermediate, or eligible to be your advanced students? Give us some insight on how for them to self-identify where they are in their journey.
Yeah. So to be an advanced student, because again, I'm looking for success stories. You will need a certain credit score in order to be an advanced student. Because that credit score, and I'm not saying it has to be very, very high, it just can't be very, very, very low. There's things you're going to need to work on if you have a very, very low credit score before you can even move forward. So, I give it to you real and raw, whether you like it or not,
Right.
and I'm not here to sugarcoat things with anyone. I just tell people straight up, this is what you need to do. Go here, do this, do that. And with my advanced students, I'm going to give that to them. So, even if you have a low credit score, I am going to at least give you uh, an organization that you can go to help you with your lower credit score, so we can boost that up. And then maybe down the line, you can come back and join me to be one of my advanced students. So some of my advanced students also, I will turn you on to wholesale deals. Again, actual physical deals that you can go and perform on. So again, I'm looking for success stories. I want to hear people say, hey, listen, I've made some money. And this journey that you're going to take with me, I'm hoping to get you to a point to where you're not just obtaining money, but using that money to start your business or maybe even expand the business that you have. So
That is so awesome. What is your recommended credit score that people should at least try to obtain? And do you have any tricks on boosting your credit score, how to monitor it? What are your tips on that?
sure, yes. I'd say you probably want to have at least a 640 credit score. I do recommend most people to go to Credit Karma, download the app on their phone, and you should look at this at least a couple times a week. Your credit is either your make or break you. We all know that if you have bad credit, what do you have? Higher interest rates, bigger payments every single month.
Right.
Well, we don't want that. So what I want to help you do is to, get your credit score a little bit higher. And again, through Credit Karma, there's certain ways through Credit Karma that you can go to and increase your credit score. I mean, it's a wealth of knowledge on Credit Karma. And again, if you're looking at this every 2 weeks or twice a week, you should be at a point, after X amount of months to where that credit score is going to start gradually going up. Besides Credit Karma, also there are banks and credit unions that you'll need to go to in order to increase your credit score. So what I don't want you to do is give up, because that's what they want you to do, is give up. Once we get to a certain particular point, especially coming out of high school, going into college, what do? Well, we get all these credit card
Credit card.
offers.
It's Capital One. Capital One is what gets
Capital One.
you that
Sometimes I
$300 credit card.
I like to call them capital worst, because as soon, I don't know how they know, as soon as you're out your parents' house and you hit college, you are getting emails and mail all about credit. And we'll give you some money. And as a college student, you don't know, especially if your parents haven't taught you, you don't
Exactly.
know. So what are you going to do? I'm going to take the money.
Hmm.
It's high interest money, first and foremost, but all you know is that someone is willing to give me some money. Now, a lot of you guys don't know, okay, that money has to be repaid. They're not just giving it to you, that money has to be repaid. And then that's where the trap comes. So as soon as you make those late payments or you don't pay at all, what happens? Now you got 7 years of bad luck. We
Mm,
we
yeah.
lost money. So I just don't want that to happen to you. And some of you guys that are on the actual call, yeah, it's probably already happened to you. But that doesn't mean that you can't get out of the situation, because most of us Americans, we all screw that up. Again,
Yeah.
unless you have some kind of financial guidance from your parents, your grandparents, we all screw that up. So another thing to keep in mind is, what really discourages people and puts people down is broke people. Broke people. You got broke friends. You got four broke friends. You're bound to be the fifth broke person. So we got to stop you from hanging around with broke people. If you can do that to start off with, and start hanging around people that have dreams, you want to hang around people that are looking to explore life. You want to hang around people that want to do some of the same things that you're looking to do. If you can't find those people, you should be hanging with yourself until you can find those people, because a broke person can't teach you nothing except for how to be broke. And when I say broke, I'm not always just talking about money wise, but I'm also talking about mentally broke. Every time you talk to them, they just want to talk about their mama, their daddy, or what happened with, their kinfolk, or what happened on the day, the bad things that have happened. But no one's talking about how to create wealth. You know, I'm not saying money solves all problems, but I'll be damned, it's off 95% of mine. That's for sure. So again, as an advanced student, I'm looking for you guys to go out here and break that generational curse. Uh,
Absolutely.
if you can do that, everything else will fall in place. Just got to trust what I'm saying to you. Do the things I ask you to do, and then we'll come out on top. That's for sure.
That is awesome. Mark, this has been a great first episode. We are
Absolutely.
so excited to be talking to all of you throughout 2025, helping you find ways to not only, like he said, make money, but to break generational curses and to build wealth for yourself and for your family. And this is a community. The Cash on Cash Returns is a community.
That's
No
right.
matter where you are, what level you're at, no matter what credit score you are, you can be a part of our family, part of our community. We have a Facebook group that you guys can join. All of the information is going to be in the show description. Just click the link there and you'll be able to be taken right to it. Any final words for the people? Before
Yes.
we're not going to keep you guys long. We're going to give you all the information
That's right.
to join us.
So the last words, hey, listen, again, I'm Sam. They call me the Grant Man. And again, I've
Not
been
the
doing
Grant
this.
Man. Now, I didn't know
Grant,
you had that alias name.
yes, yes, yes,
Grant.
Sam the Grant Man. I used to be a grants counselor. So my final words is to you guys is listen, follow what I'm asking you to do. Uh, the information that I give you is life changing. Some of the people that I'm going to have on my episodes are going to help change your life. So again, nothing changes until you decide that you really want the change. We can be on here for the next 30 days just talking, but at some point in time, you got to take control of your life and expand and help you and yours get to a whole nother level in life. And that's what I'm here to do.
That's beautiful. That's a great way to end our first episode. Thank you all for listening. Make sure you check the show description notes for how to connect with us, how to join our community. Make sure you subscribe to the show, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Follow us on all socials. And until next episode, peace out, guys.
Peace.